Alright, hello everybody, I am Godrekefalcer, and you may notice something slightly different about this video. I'm trying out the webcam today, and if all of you out there like it, then I'll go ahead and just make it a regular thing. Currently building a computer right now, as some of you may know from some of my other videos I've mentioned it, and I should build that this weekend, and then the webcam should be even better. Right now it's a little hard to do just because there's not enough USBs on my laptop, which I'm recording on right now, but it's Thursday and we're in Minecraft. Thursday's always been Minecraft here on my channel. If you're new, welcome, and if you're old, welcome back. It's always good to have people come back, and it's always good to make new friends. So welcome. This is now the third Surreal News. Surreal News is a little segment I like to do. It's a gaming news segment every Thursday that I do in my little Minecraft world. I normally do things in the world for you to watch while I tell you about the most recent gaming news. And I don't think that'll change anytime soon. I may play around a little more on my own on this server, just because I think we need to continue on that train. But let's go ahead and get started with the news. So I'm sure most of you, at least some of you, have heard Five Nights at Freddy's 4 is coming out. Yep, number 4. A lot of YouTubers that I watch used to play this game, and still do to this day. They play all the weird off-brand versions of it, or they just replay the original games. I'm one of the YouTubers that I did play it a little bit, but the recording actually messed up, and I'll probably get back to that once I get my new computer up, because I have to use a separate recording software for that, and it just doesn't work sometimes. I use Action if you guys are interested. But yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's 4. A lot of YouTubers I know said there's no way, there's no possible way. The top person I watched that play it is Markiplier. He's one of the big names when it comes to Five Nights at Freddy's because he played it really well, and he ended up completing the 20-20-20 mode. I don't know if first, but recorded first at least, and definitely the only YouTuber I know that actually did that. So that's very impressive. Other things that are in development right now, we have Watch Dogs 2 is coming out. I never got the chance to play Watch Dogs 1, and now I have seen other people play it. It doesn't mean that it didn't look fun. It was just kind of expensive when it came out, and I didn't hear very good things about it. Honestly, when I watched somebody play it, it seemed fun. It seemed a little Grand Theft Auto-esque, which I don't think that's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's a bit like that, except the hacking seemed very neat. But it seemed a lot like Deus Ex, like the Deus Ex games. We talked about those last time in news. There's a new game of that coming out. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I talked about it last time. If you want to check that out, it's in the playlist or in the last video. But yeah, so it seemed a lot like the Deus Ex games mixed with Grand Theft Auto, and you could kind of do anything you want. And it seemed a little easy after a while. Once you got so many upgrades, you could get computers to kill people, and just other people to kill people, and cars to run people over. And it seemed kind of just okay. But yeah, they're coming out with a second one of those. I may try the first one. I don't know. I may do a Let's Play of it. I may just buy it for myself at one time when it comes out on Steam for a little cheaper, because those games are really expensive. But that's okay. That's no problem. Modding news, of course, they had Grand Theft Auto has new mods, so you could become animals and things in the Grand Theft Auto game. I don't know if it works online. I think it's normally just... Yeah, I think it's normally just single-player mode, but it's still really cool. I watched PewDiePie's video recently because he did that, and he became like a fish and all kinds of different animals. And if you played the original like San Andreas kind of games, they were just known for you turning into like a giraffe, driving off, and then shooting some guy in the face. But Total War Attila is now getting modding tools, which is very cool. I really love the Total War games. I've played them for the longest time. I'm way into Shogun right now. I had to re-download Shogun 2 and then follow the Samurai just so I could play it. Just because every now and then you have the urge to play Total War. But, like I said, they have new modding tools. You can make the 300 Spartan battle go on, or whatever you want to do, or design, I don't know, Power Rangers. You could make different colored Power Rangers, I guess, that could fight each other. I don't know. Beats me. I'm sure it's really complicated at this point. I never did play the new Total War games like Rome 2, because it was really expensive and it didn't rate very well, and I didn't hear good things from my friends. No offense if you own the game. I mean, they're all fun. It's just, it was kind of taxing on my, on the computer, and it wasn't the best for what it could have been, I guess. And speaking of Power Rangers, I just saw this earlier and I had no idea. Apparently they're making a Power Rangers movie. I know it's not gaming news, but I mean, if you're a gamer, you're kind of interested in Power Rangers. Probably knew about them as a kid. I know I did. I watched them. The old ones, man. They had like a wolf squadron and stuff. I didn't watch those. And then they got some weird animals. I watched the original Power Rangers. Where they had a guy named Tommy, and he was the White Ranger, and the Brown Ranger, and the Black Ranger. It was really weird. But, yeah, and he was the Red Ranger at one time, but then he, like, retired and got somebody else. It's really complicated. But apparently he's in the movie, and maybe some of the original actors can be. Speaking of movies, what do we got here? What else is there? World of Warcraft. Apparently World of Warcraft is making a movie. And if you knew about this, well, you knew about it before I did, because I just figured out that they were doing that. I think someone told me a long time ago, and I was like, bullshit, there's no way. But apparently that is a thing. There's going to be a World of Warcraft movie. And, I don't know. I don't know what to think of that, honestly. It just seems odd to me that they would be doing that. But, yeah. But the point is that they got delayed. In their creation, basically. And we'll see how that works, but yeah. So the delay makes it come out June 10th. If you want to check it out, it comes out June 10th. I don't know if you guys are into World of Warcraft. I used to be. I used to play a lot. Too much. It started ruining things. Oh yes, there's a cow in my house because I found a cow and I lured him in with wheat. You want this. But I don't have another cow, so I can't make cow babies yet, or spawn cows. Alright, I need to make more tools. Come on, it's about nighttime. So I'll wait until it gets dark. But we'll keep going through here. What's next? What's next? Ah, the paid mods in Skyrim. We talked about those last time in the last episode, that they were going to start charging for mods in Skyrim, like player-made mods. And they were going to do this for all of Steam. Like, you had to buy mods if you wanted to use them. They weren't just free anymore, and people revolted. They said no, and I think the first day they took a vote and they got over like 46,000 signatures on the first day saying that we don't want to pay for mods. And even some of the mod developers were like, no, we don't want this. And apparently a lot of mods making fun of this were put out there. Really weird stuff. The first thing I saw was there was a chicken, and he had a Viking hat on and a backpack, and it was literally just a chicken. And then he was standing on the corpse of a dragon or something, and it looked great. Like, people put a lot of effort into those, but nobody wants to pay money for them just because it's been around for so long. Why would we want to do that now, of all times? But yeah, so I'm sorry for those of you who were really looking forward to that, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I personally don't. I don't prefer it. I definitely don't prefer it. Oh, I don't have enough room for that. Ooh, just throw that. Wow, there's no room in here at all, is there? I'm gonna have to start throwing instruments and stuff in here. What do I got? Okay, the wheat needs to be in there. Flint. Okay, I don't need that. I've got a lot of cobblestone. Lots and lots of cobblestone. And granite. But yeah, nobody wants to pay for the mods, and so I don't think that's gonna happen. Sorry, guys. Let's see, what else? Other things that aren't going to happen. Silent Hill. Silent Hill, the game, not gonna happen. It got canned. It got dumped. It got left behind. It got Diamond Head axed to death. Whatever you want to preface with that. But it's dead, I'm afraid. I don't know exactly what happened. I think someone got fired. And it wasn't good. Wasn't good. But yeah. And apparently the teaser, the original teaser, I watched a bunch of people play it. It looked fantastic. I watched Ego Raptor. I watched him play it, which I love. I love them Game Grumps. Oh, they're so cool. They're the best. I think I watched Markiplier play it as well as PewDiePie. I saw PewDiePie play it. I think he played it first. He always gets everything first, but that makes sense. He's the biggest thing on YouTube. And apparently it's just gone. Like, it's not on the PlayStation market anymore, so you can't get it anymore. The thing about that is I did see somewhere that if you downloaded it previously, you could just re-download it, and the file still exists. There's just not a link to it anymore. And it looks really good, like scary. And it featured Norman Reedus, which is the guy from Walking Dead, as the main character, apparently. And it looked really realistic, and it looked really like him, and it looked great. But I guess it didn't work out. It didn't work out, which is kind of sad. I haven't played too many of those games just in the past, but I was told they're really good, so I may just do a little catch-up with that, which I may need to do that with Final Fantasy, too. They have this new app that I keep saying, it keeps shoving it in my face because ads do that, but it just keeps putting it out there, and it's like a reworked kind of Final Fantasy game where you could play all, I don't want to say all the originals, but most of the original Final Fantasy games. So if you missed out on them like I did, I started when they came out on like PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3, things like that. I played a couple of those, but the old ones they have on there, and you can play the whole games apparently, or just some of the major like boss battles. I don't remember, but it seemed really neat. That wasn't even part of the news today, but I figured why not throw that in there. What else is there? Just Cause 3. That's a possibility. Just Cause 2 was fun as heck. Okay, if you guys haven't played it, feel free to check it out. It goes on sale on Steam all the time. The multiplayer is insane. And if you don't know what Just Cause 2 is, it's kind of, there's an island, there's basically a dictator running it, and you're supposed to be an American spy, and you run in and try to kill everything. And the main point of the game is, like, for some reason you have a grapple on your arm, and you can shoot it out about 50 feet and swing around, and you're always wearing a parachute in your jacket thing, and you could just parachute, and then it gets sucked back in and parachute again. And then you could just drop vehicles from nowhere and just do really crazy stuff, like grab onto vehicles and then just like swing into them and kick the guy out, and it's really weird. But apparently there's going to be a third one, so I'll probably buy that. Those go on sale pretty quick, and they're really easy to grab, and you could play them for hours. Just hours. But I stopped moving here, so I'm going to have to keep going. I think I'm just going to get some pics out and start on my journey. I got a little ranty, which is why I need to be playing World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft, what am I talking about? I haven't played that in a long time. Which is why I need to play Minecraft, because it keeps me multitasking, and it also keeps me doing something. So I'm not boring as heck, just gabbing at you the whole time. What other news do we have? Just Cause 3, the trailer is now out. Feel free to check that out, and the game should be coming eventually. I don't know when that is. I didn't see an announcement date on that yet, but normally after the trailer comes out, it's a couple of months, unless you're specific games that take like 12 years to come out once the trailer's out, which is just mean. It's just mean of the developers to do that. Just taunting us for years at a time. Like Half-Life 3, that's never going to happen. Probably not, probably, maybe. Half-Life 3 confirmed. I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. So, movies turning into games. Things like that are happening. Jurassic Park the game. Apparently that's a thing. And you can be dinosaurs. I don't know if you can be people. It may be another one of these games that are just like wreaking havoc all over on Steam, which is dinosaur team versus people team. I don't know what it is, but these games have become just increasing everywhere. They are everywhere. And some of them, okay, I admit they're fun, they look good, dinosaurs are cool. I mean, I loved dinosaurs as a kid. I was a big fan of Godzilla, that kind of thing. But not this. Not this. Like, one or two is fine. I played like Predator and things like that. I really enjoyed that kind of thing. But another dinosaur game? Apparently it did not rate well in the beta tests, and we'll see how that goes. But Jurassic Park the game might be a thing. We'll see. I think it'd be neat if you could... I don't know. I want to say it'd be neat if you could be a dinosaur and free roam, but I can't honestly admit that it would. I can't think of a single thing I'd like to do as a dinosaur. I have seen C-Naners playing a simulator game with dinosaurs, which seems pretty fun, but you have to play with a bunch of people. Otherwise, it's just you standing around acting like you're a dinosaur, which is kind of weird. But I don't know. Some people like to do that kind of thing. Anyway, I think I have one more thing left on the news. Yes, Dwarf Fortress. For those of you who are interested, the creators, the two brothers who created the original game, Dwarf Fortress, that has been in alpha stage for years, since I think 2007 at this point, they now have a Patreon account. So you can donate to their efforts, and maybe they can, I don't know, make Dwarf Fortress a little better at a time. And I know it's been getting a lot of updates lately, and if you don't know what Dwarf Fortress is, please look it up. It's a very good game. It is probably one of the hardest games to learn that you've ever played. It's all about survival, basically. You start a dwarf driven fortress, and you have to give them professions and make a colony, and then continue to strive, survive, and get along with people around you while keeping your dwarves from going insane. And it's really neat in the fact that the variety of things that can happen are crazy, and it's all basically like a pixel world. So you have to know all the symbols for each thing, or you can just mouse over it, or mouse. You don't use a mouse in Dwarf Fortress. Sorry, I am a noob. But, yeah, you use your keyboard completely to play the game. But, yeah, I don't need to rant about Dwarf Fortress. If you know what it is, you know what it is. If you don't know what it is, feel free to check it out. But it's really difficult. It is free, though. It is free. Like I said, it's been in alpha a long time. And if you want to donate to that game, if you check it out and you think, wow, this is the best game, I want to help them out, feel free to do that. They have a Patreon account now. But I haven't done anything in World of Warcraft today. And I think that's about all for the news. I wanted to make this one a little shorter, which I don't think I did. I think my ranting took us quite a while, but I do have webcam today, so I get kind of chatty when I'm talking to you and talking to myself, basically. But I think that has to be about it for today. If I missed any news, feel free to let me know. I always love to hear from you guys, and I always love just to learn new things about the gaming world, or if you just have news about stuff from when I was a kid or when you were a kid, just let me know. Let me know. If you want me to build anything in World of Warcraft, or you want to play any other game, feel free to let me know. And naturally, I will see all of you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. This has been Surreal News, and bye-bye for now. Bye. Bye.